Thank you, Charla. I'm sorry to report to everyone today, there has been a massacre at Pixar Studios, leaving behind a single, deformed child and a heartbroken father.
Hello, and welcome to Make and Bake, where we either make a look or we bake and cook. My name is Kioria. I'm gonna be your host today. I already did my makeup for the most part, so the make a look is just gonna be using my praline gloss. Without further ado, let's talk about clownfish. Okay, reflect on yourself for a moment. Are you an alpha female? Do you want to be a female CEO? Do you support women's rights and women's wrongs? Then clownfish might be the fish for you. So clownfish, just to get some of the more boring information out of the way, they live in warmer waters like the Red Sea and the Pacific Oceans. As I'm sure a lot of you already know, they are part of a killer duo, and I mean that literally. But there is the clownfish and the sea anemone. I might be pronouncing that wrong throughout the video, so I do apologize in advance. But I would like to say that clownfish, the little helpless fish that are just swimming around, cute and orange, these clownfish are assisting murders on the daily. They are essentially the candy, and the anemone is like the guy in that white windowless van. So basically, these fish are just swimming around, showing off. They're sparkly. They're living their best life. And then other fish are like, I'd tap that. They follow the fish into the anemone. The anemone poisons them and then eats them. I didn't know an anemone had a mouth. Or an anus.
I didn't know. You didn't have a mom.
I don't know, because I didn't think about it that much. They weren't on my mind. One thing I do know about clownfish, though, is that they flip gender roles on its head. So that's why I was saying, I was like, women's rights and women's wrongs. Because these eggs, apparently, let's talk about that for a second. These eggs, they have no season, but the female usually lays around 100 to 1,000 eggs, and the men, they're the ones that watch over the eggs. So they're sorting through the eggs to look for any deformed ones, any unfertilized ones, and the women are just looking at them, looking at the eggs, looking at the men, looking at their freedom, looking back, and just going, hey, are you, just a question here, are you thirsty? I'm just asking, cause I could just go for some milk right now. I don't know about you guys, but, healthy bones and whatnot. But remember when I said the male are the default? Basically, these fish can transition, right? So at any point when I was researching, this was what was happening in my mind's eye. Any point, these male fish can raise all of these fish because the females don't really do anything. The men are like protecting the fish. The females just lay them and then they're like, bye. It's been nice. Goodbye. It's nice seeing you guys. I'm imagining the men are looking at these eggs and they're like, look, man, it's been 5 years of this. And I've protected and raised about 5,000 eggs. I think I'm ready to woman up.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa!
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
They're looking at the eggs, they're looking at their freedom, they're looking at the eggs. They're like, I'm ready for my own magical girl's transformation. Anyways, imagine being a father.
You know, man, I just want to get something off my chest real quick. I've been doing anything I can to get away lately. You don't get it. Like, do you know how many eggs she laid this season? Guess. Go ahead, guess. 1,001.
Leave me alone!
I
than the amount of fins I have, and great. God forbid I want to do something for myself. Like my hat. I sorted through eggs day and night, living off an anemone none of you want to touch. They're crying. I gotta go. I'll catch you later. The fuck?
Like, imagine being a father. Like, you just look at him and you're like... Also, a little fun fact for you. Technically, because I told you how they sort through all of the, dysfunctional eggs, any eggs that are like anomaly.
Anomaly.
Holy. Any egg that's different or not healthy, they will either eat or just get rid of. So basically eat. So technically in the movie Nemo, it shouldn't have been a movie because Marvin should have just looked. Or Melvin. What's his name? Put your vote in. Do you think it's Marvin? Marlin. Technically, Marlin should have just looked at Nemo as an egg. Look at the little scratch. And Marlin should have eaten Nemo. Which on the bright side means that we're not going to get any live action remake. You're welcome. We're spared.
Are you tired of this single parent lifestyle? Me too. Be the change you want to see. Become a woman today. We're going to be interviewing Charla, a woman clownfish. Thank you, Brad. I am a female clownfish, and let me just say, it's truly been the best decision of my life. I don't know how else to word this, but I almost feel lighter, like a current with them out my mind. I recommend this to any and everyone. Thank you, Charla. I'm sorry to report to everyone today, there has been a massacre at Pixar Studios, leaving behind a single deformed child and a heartbroken father.
In these little clownfish relationships, it has 1 to 4 males, right? And 1 female. In the hierarchy, essentially, is the female. She's on top, right? And then it's the alpha male, and it's like the 3, whatever, right? But what's really cool is the biggest fish in the group is the female fish. The second biggest is the alpha male. And with that, I just want to say to all of my alpha male content creators out there, I just want to offer you a warning. You don't want to be too masculine and too alpha. Maybe cry a little bit, get in touch with your emotions, I'm not sure, get a therapist. I'm only saying this because if you're too alpha, you turn into a woman. So, and I know you hate those. So I'm just, I'm really just trying to look out for you, This isn't woman supporting woman, this is just people supporting people. I just want to end this with a little quote for people who are confused about the sex change. It can take up to months and years, but I am just going to add a quote from Dr. Barry Starr. In terms of what's going on biologically in the clownfish, apparently the dominant male has functioning testes and some latent cells that become ovaries under the right conditions. Once the female dies, the testes in the dominant male degenerate and ovaries form in the latent ovarian cells. Yeah. That's all I have for clownfish. I did add 2 skits. They're like the first skits I've ever done, so don't judge me too harshly, please. Thanks. But yeah, I will probably upload another video later this week because I really do enjoy talking about random topics. I'm not sure what's going to be next, but I hope you stick around to find out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a very wonderful day. I love you. Bye. Everyone meet Ted.